The one question that I, as well as many other candidates, found difficult in the IELTS reading exam was, you guessed it, the true, false, and not given question. I would search for hours on end and nothing seemed to help. But then I found a strategy that would work every time. And today I'm going to teach you that strategy, and we're going to look at some real life examples to see how you can ace the reading test. So keep watching. Hi guys, my name is Asif and welcome back to my channel. This video is going to be super important, so make sure you watch it till the end. And if you're new to the channel, make sure that you press the subscribe button.
Just do it!
So first things first, if you haven't seen my previous videos, I would recommend watching a video that's going to be linked up here somewhere. We're going to use some of the strategies I explained in my previous videos and apply them to these questions right now, so it's beneficial if you know them beforehand. So the IELTS reading true, false, not given questions are designed to confuse the candidate and make it harder for them to guess the right answer. But these answers are not so difficult to guess if you know the proper tips and tricks, starting with tip number 1, which is understanding your synonyms.
Yeah, boy.
So my first tip for you is going to be to understand the keyword which is given in the passage. Now, there has to be a certain keyword which you will then cross-reference back to the reading passage. That is going to give you the answer to the specific question. But make sure that those synonyms are also usually confused with a contrasting word which is just designed to throw you off from the real answer. So let's look at question number 9, where we're asked to answer if these statements are true, false, or if the answers are not given. So statement number 9 says that business basics is appropriate for beginners. Over here, appropriate for beginners is your key phrase. That the business basics subject is designed for beginners. So now we're going to look at the passage and see what information they've provided, and let's see if this statement is true or not. Business basics: gain foundation knowledge for employment in an accounts position with bookkeeping and business basics through to intermediate level. Now, intermediate is contrasting to the phrase that was given in the question before, which was for beginners. So this is where they're trying to throw you off. Suitable for anyone requiring knowledge from the ground up. Now, requiring knowledge from the ground up, that is your key phrase. This ground up basically refers to somebody who's starting, someone who's beginning, and someone who's laying their foundations. I'm going to give you a second to think for the answer.
Much later.
And yes, the answer to the first question is true. Let's move on to the next question, which states bookkeeping has no practical component. So over here, the keyword is practical component, which means real life examples or some sort of practicals. So that is kind of the word that we're going to be looking for. Now let's read the passage and see what it says. Bookkeeping. This course will provide students with a comprehensive understanding of bookkeeping and a great deal of hands-on experience. Hands-on experience. That is exactly what is contradicting the statement that was given. I'm going to give you a second to think for the answer.
Much later.
So if there is a minor contradiction, in that case, the answer has to be false. Because as much as the IELTS is designed to confuse you, they have to give you the answer straight up. So in this case, yes, the answer is false. Now let's look at the third and final question, which says bookkeeping is intended for advanced students only. Only. Now that means that if you're advanced in your bookkeeping skills, that's the only condition that you must meet in order to get enrolled into this course. So let's see what it says. This course will provide students with a comprehensive understanding of bookkeeping and a great deal of hands-on experience. Now notice how they've used the word comprehensive. That's just to throw someone off. So let's just say this will provide students with a comprehensive understanding means that it's going to be a thorough understanding. This does not mean that the student has to be advanced. I'm going to give you a second to think for the answer.
Much later.
Any detail about the students has not been directly spelled out. So in this case, we're going to mark it as not given. And yeah, the answer is not given. So now let's go over the tips one more time. For the true statements, there has to be a synonymous word in the question as well as in the passage, which will then point towards the statement being true. Look out for contradictions. Do not get caught up on the contradictions. They are just set to confuse you. Number 2, about false statements. The passage is going to say something that is completely opposite to the statement that is given, and that's going to tell you if it's false or not. And then we move on to the not given question. If there is no mention of what you're looking for, that is exactly when you need to know that the question is a not given question. Most of the times what happens with students is that they've confused the answers between false and not given because everybody gives the IELTS the benefit of the doubt. But understand this, they're testing you, so you don't need to put your analytical abilities to the test here and kind of think of phrases that are going to keep a false statement from being a not given statement. The answer is in the lines. You just have to read between them, right? Also note this, that there's always a healthy combination of true, falses, and not given. So let's say if you were to mark 2-3 trues and the rest you believe are not given, then there has to be a wrong answer. So you need to revisit them and look for the contradictory statements. They're going to be right there. They're going to be direct. You need to find the synonyms. The synonyms are your keys to success in this case. Another important tip that I would like to give all the candidates is find the false statements first. That's going to allow you to eliminate any room for confusion. If you already know the true statements and the false statements, then you just need to read the not given statements once or twice and determine if they're either false or not given. Because let's face it, they're not going to be true. And once you put all of these things together, you will never be confused with this answer. So that's it for today. If you found this video helpful, do press the subscribe button, like, comment, and share. I'll see you in my next video. Comment below on what the next video should be, and see you then. Bye.